that is really supposed to turn the tide of poverty on the reservation. That's the tragedy of this.
A new lawsuit claims millions of dollars that were supposed to help Native Americans attend college vanished. The latest in the ongoing KELOLAND News investigation into the Gear Up program just ahead.
Good evening. KELOLAND News first broke the story of the class action lawsuit filed by a Native American student against Mid Central Educational Cooperative over the Gear Up program.
Tonight, that lawsuit is growing in size. KELOLAND's Angela Kennecke has been investigating the Gear Up grant for the last 8 months, and tonight spoke exclusively with the attorney representing the student in the class action lawsuit.
Alyssa Blackbear is suing Mid Central, saying the educational cooperative breached its contract to serve Native American students in the state by mishandling and mismanaging the Gear Up grant money. Since we first brought you the story of this lawsuit, several other parents, students, and nonprofit groups working on the reservation have contacted the attorney representing Blackbear. While Blackbear is staying out of the spotlight for now, her Sioux Falls attorney spoke to us about the case. While Alyssa Blackbear was the first student to file suit, this is a class action suit that could potentially have thousands of plaintiffs. Blackbear was a student at Todd County High School, but says she never got to take part in the college readiness program.
She was eligible and was told that that the dollars weren't sufficient for her to have the opportunity to go to this program.
While it's too late for Blackbear and other Native American students who've already graduated, attorney Scott Heideprim says someone must be held accountable for the program's failure.
I mean, after all, this is a program that is really supposed to turn the tide of poverty on the reservation. That's the tragedy of this. It existed for a reason, and that reason never got carried out for thousands of kids.
Mid Central was supposed to administer it according to the plan laid out by the state's grant application to the federal government. But as our KELOLAND News investigation has revealed, what the state promised to do and what actually happened were very different.
There was a contract here between Mid Central and the state of South Dakota, and there were third-party beneficiaries. Those were the thousands of kids who were supposed to be helped up to the starting line of life and were deprived of those services. So that if there are any resources available, we'd like to see if we can't get them to compensate those kids.
Kelsey Walking Eagle and her mother spoke with KELOLAND News last fall. They told us about the many problems they experienced with the Gear Up program and services they were supposed to get but did not. Walking Eagle is one of the first students to join in on the class action suit with Blackbear against Mid Central.
Treating these kids justly is really, really important. It's important to them, but it's important to all of us that actually happens. We have a chance to do that, we think.
The lawsuit outlines many of the promises the state of South Dakota made about administering the grant to the federal government. Those include safeguards to prevent fraud and conflict of interest. Heideprim says naming the state in the lawsuit has not been ruled out. No court date has been set yet for Blackbear's lawsuit, which is filed in Charles Mix County.